you guys really were determined to get off to a good start, both defensively and that 22-point lead in the first quarter really was a factor, wasn't it?
Yeah, to close our game on the road, it's obviously important to try to get off to a good start and build momentum and try to make it I call it as easy as possible to withstand their runs and the energy of the crowd, the pride that they were going to play with all night. So that helped, and we obviously had some lulls, but figured out a way to just keep plugging away and getting stops, and it was a great way to end the series.
Steph, how would you in these last 8 games where you're 8-0, just how important has it been, and what's been the key besides just focusing on it?
Just understanding the other team's tendencies, how we're going to be successful, what we need to take away. And it's a lot of energy. That's really all it is. We have a lot of versatile guys that can guard a lot of different positions, but if you don't do it with energy, it doesn't matter. So that helps.
Steph, it feels like this with Cleveland. How aware were you of them sweeping yesterday?
That doesn't matter right now for us. We obviously have to get 4 more wins against one of those Texas teams to get to the final. So whatever they're doing doesn't matter for us. We have to control our own process and journey. And it's no easy task getting to the finals, let alone winning a championship. And you don't rush that.
You feel like this?
I mean, that's how every game was physical. It was back and forth, and they're obviously in a good position to be a much better team next year with the experience they had this year. It was a fight. Like I said, they had a lot of pride and ego about putting up a great fight every game, and it took a lot for us. Obviously, the scores were somewhat lopsided, but we had to play really well in order to do that.
Going sweeps.
A little bit more rest than we usually would have had. And other than that, it's just continuing the good vibes around the team. I mean, obviously, we've learned lessons through winning, rather than the ways we had to go through in the last couple of playoffs this early. But at the end of the day, we need to get 4 wins each round and plug away, and we've been able to do that.
What can you say about doing 6-0 now in the playoffs? I mean, it seems like you guys haven't missed a beat. What could be a big transition?
The way that Coach Kerr's handled his staff from the day he showed up on the job, promoted a certain culture and identity of how we do things, and for a guy like Mike to come in this summer, understand the process and how Coach approaches the game, how we are going to be successful with X's and O's and things like that. He's done a great job of continuing that train, and he has a different personality than Coach and whatnot, but just the communication and the togetherness of the coaching staff, it shows even in Coach Kerr's absence. And us as players, we understand how we need to play, and he's done a great job of pushing the right buttons and putting us in good positions to win games, and we got to do the rest.
Are you guys clicking yet, Steph? Is clicking yet?
Yeah, we're getting better. I think each game we found a way to add a little something. The next step obviously is going to be tougher. It's going to be a challenge. 2 great teams that present a lot of different challenges for us. And, I think as we go into it mentally and physically, we're in a good spot, and it'll be important for us to take advantage of this rest, but keep that same focus about what we're doing.
These 2 rounds of no injury.
Last one for Steph.
Obviously, that's something you really can't control, but it's nice to be in a position where we had opportunities to close out the series in 4 games, and we were able to do that. And the guys aren't playing really heavy minutes, and we have relative good health. that's a big deal. We want to take advantage of that going to the next round.
You mean the key?
Yes, immensely.
Thanks.